Attention, please.
This uploading is only for educational purpose.
No intention to infringe copyrights.
Learning English with subtitles GPITRAL.
Follow us.
Some call women tend to their battle-injured men, wiping sweat from their faces and giving them water. A tired-looking Aya is one of the women caring for the men. The holy man walks in and says, "Go rest." She replies, "I'm fine." He says, "You're no good to us half asleep." She nods. At night, she's then sitting on a rock at the edge of the forest near a cliff. Tinkerbell appears carrying a flute. Tinkerbell drops it and Aya picks it up.
Tinkerbell.
Aya says this belonged to Peter.
I am Peter.
Aya stands up and Tinkerbell gestures for her to follow. Aya asks, "You know where he is?" Tinkerbell leads her to Peter, who is still sitting on the ground in the forest. Aya sprints over to Peter, who sits there looking dazed. Concerned, Aya waves her hand in front of his face, but he doesn't respond. Later, she leads him into the tribe's makeshift hospital with its fire in the middle. He walks along, still appearing groggy. She sits him down, giving him a drink. The chief comes in, followed by a group of his men. One of them says, "You see, he's alive." Aya says, "But sick, go fetch Shaka." She then gives him another drink. Realizing that they haven't moved, she asks, "What's the matter?" Her father responds, "It was Peter who led the pirates through the pass."
He's gone.
Gibberish, gibberish, gibberish. I can speak gibberish too, you know.
Peter, are you alright?
Never better. Who are your friends? Why are you in fancy dress? Is there a party?
Get sort.
Hey, let go of me!
The chief says, "Put him in the pit." Slightly sees him drag Peter off. Someone rows a small boat away from the pirate ship. Jimmy is on the beach with Starkey and the other pirates.
How many?
Another 2 dead and 3 wounded.
Starkey shakes his head before gesturing for them to follow him. The 4 pirates draw their swords, walking behind Starkey.
This is your doing, Hook.
And I have watched you while you have dragged us in every direction except the right one. What is the thing you say? Smaller is sometimes smarter, yes? Without you, we are a smaller group, but a much, much smarter.
Jimmy turns, pointing 2 pistols at them.
Just because it didn't turn out how we wanted doesn't mean we have to give up. I could get more men here in days, heavily armed with Gatling guns and grenades and fire in their hearts. 50, 100, perhaps 1,000. We can overrun the Indians and force the tree spirits to give up the secret of the mineral dust.
And where will you get these men from?
I'll go back to London. Recruit them from the streets.
No, you're not listening to this, are you, man? You don't fall for this again. This is just more of his lies.
If we let him out of our sight, you will never see him again.
Jimmy lowers his guns.
So come with me.
He's the only one who knows where the alchemist orb is.
And how to get us back from London. Join me, Starkey. Come see what pleasures the modern world has to offer.
Next, Tootles spots Peter in the pit.
We can't just leave him down there.
Say we do get him out. What then? Run for the hills? Live in the wild?
We'd starve. Peter wouldn't let that happen.
Peter's gaga. He lost his marble, so they threw him in the pit.
And he's a traitor. He led the pirates through the mountain passage.
The Indians know what they're doing, Toots.
Curly speaks.
3 months back, Tom McKenna and his gang had me trapped down a blind alley. It was 4 of them, only 1 of me. And they had knives. "Let's make him suffer," said Tom. I knew I was dead. I started whistling a SOS song. You know, the Marseillaise. Didn't think any of you would hear me, but then, out of nowhere, Peter appeared. "We're in luck, lads," says Tom. "2 for the price of 1. And I looked at Peter and he smiled back. No fear. Nothing. Just that cocky smile. "Go ahead," he says. "Try it, and tomorrow 50 snipes just like us will come looking for you."
I didn't know about that.
Peter kept it quiet. Want to show me up. Look, we survived the streets because we stuck together. We looked out for each other, even when the odds were stacked against us. I thought the rules might work different here. But they don't.
A Corps guard watches Tootles walk over to the roof of the pit where Peter is being held. The roof is made up of branches tied together.
Peter!
The guard grabs Tootles.
Get off! Get off me!
3 other boys appear, confusing the guard, allowing Tootles to break free. They push him to the ground and Tootles slaps him, knocking him out. Curly and Slightly loosen some ropes holding the pit roof in place.
Peter, it's us! Who are you ugly mugs? Hold on, I'll throw you a rope.
Slightly pulls on a different rope, lifting the lid. To his friend's great surprise, Peter floats up out of the pit.
You can fly? What do you want with me, Indians?
Come on, Peter. We've got to get out of here.
I'm not going anywhere until you tell me who you are.
The boys look confused and they all grab Peter.
Hey, get off me! Oi,
Hold them down!
Later, Twins walks back from the edge of a cliff. Peter is tied to a rock and Tootles speaks.
Let's try this one more time. Your name's Peter. You grew up in the East End, and you're the best set-up man on the street.
If you don't let me go, my people will come looking for you.
You think he's a flipping tree spirit? Do tree spirits speak English? Untie me! I knew this was a bad idea.
Staring at Peter, Curly gets to his feet and walks over to him. Lifting the flute out of Peter's pocket, Curly starts playing it. Peter watches him. The music has an effect on Peter and a flashback begins. He is on the roof in London playing a tune on the flute. Curly hears him and looks up. Peter sprints across the roof and the others see Fox breaking slightly out of the handcuffs. The horse hears Peter's tune. Back in Neverland, Peter smiles as Curly continues to play. Then Curly stops and smiles back.
Hello, Peter.
I see you've all gone native.
Peter!
Welcome back. Hurry, lads, we've got work to do.
Over the empty pit, Aya says they won't survive out there on their own. The holy man replies, unless they're headed for the pirate ship. Find them. Some Corps men run off.
We thought it'd be safer higher up.
Where's Aya?
Home. In the village, don't you remember?
She tried to stand up for you, but they were too angry.
What do we do now, Peter?
You can't get over these mountains. There's nothing but ice and rock up there. And you can't go back down into the forest, so you're gonna have to sit tight.
And you?
You know that glass orb Jimmy found in our balls? Yeah, well, there's one just like it here, and it can get us all home.
Well, where is it?
That's the bad news, Jimmy hid it in some caves in Bull Island. But I'm gonna find it and bring it here.
How?
Jumping off the cliff, Peter flies away. High over the coast, with the sun shining its rays on the water below, he heads for the pirate ship. Peter lands his hands on the stern of the boat and Tinkerbell appears next to him.
What are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same question.
Did you believe him?
Who? Hook? I don't have to. I'll be shadowing him the whole way.
What if he can't press gang and army off the streets like he says he can?
When we come home without him.
Once we're past this peninsula, Bull Island should be straight ahead.
See.
They're going to the orb, Peter. If we sit tight, they'll take us right to it.
Then what? Snatch it from under their noses?
No! We wait for them to use it. Once they're gone, the orb will be ours.
But then they'll come back to Neverland with an army and wipe out the Indians.
If we can deliver the orb to the Grand Elders, they might forgive us.
But what about the Indians?
The Elders will use the orb to get rid of the pirates.
And imagine, if he can do what he says he can, and we show up with 1,000 men, and them guns, and bombs and all, the Indians won't know what hit them.
Warn them.
Peter sees Bull Island in the distance and flies off.
Peter!
Aya comes into an empty hut carrying a small bowl.
Hiya. How come the pirates are planning to use Flood's orb to bring an army to Neverland and wipe you out?
So, was it all an act? You playing a fool?
Of course not.
And what about leading the pirates to the mountain pass? Was that you?
They tricked me.
Really? How?
Listen, we don't have much time. They're on their way to Bull Island now. You've got to get everyone together and stop them before they get there. I'll try and stall them somehow, but I can't fight them on my own.
Fight them? Why would you want to fight them? I thought you were with them. Did you really think that we'd get in our boats and go out into the ocean so you and your friends could have a little target practice?
You really think I'd do that to you?
A tear slowly falls down Aya's cheek. Peter walks off and flies up through a hole in the hut's roof. Now he's high in the sky, racing down through the white fluffy clouds. He stops in mid-air looking down at Captain Bonny's ship. He joins Tinkerbell, who is hovering near the mast.